this exact topic came up over and over again during the Future-thon. So many of us were just like, okay, we are completely out of sync with ourselves simply just because of the way that we have to constantly follow a calendar system like the Gregorian calendar that was imposed upon us for X, Y, and Z reasons, usually like religious factors. But like, why are we all like syncing on this like weird pattern? So that is kind of how the natural calendar concept came to be, where we wanted to get back in touch with our own natural rhythms. So like, first, let's look within. And the natural calendar concept was to first like align yourself with like how you normally function. So like the best example of that was my favorite was, you know, many of us pretend to be morning people because of productivity. But maybe that's just like not the case for some of us. Like, it's not natural. That's not what your internal cycles want to do. So you're actually putting yourself out of sync from the beginning of the day just because you're like pretending to be a morning person because for some reason society said that's like what productivity should be. So even just that one example like makes you really just like shift your way of like, oh, maybe I should not book meetings before 10 a.m. my time, simply because that's not what like my natural rhythm wants to do. So the natural calendar is all about like making sure that you're planning your day in accordance with your own personal rhythm, but then also learning how your personal rhythms get affected by natural rhythms. So menstrual cycles to lunar cycles, solar cycles even. So yeah, it is such a fun way of just thinking about your personal, like it forces the person to think about their personal relationship with time and then their relationship with nature. And it was so fascinating. And I actually still to this day try to align myself in that way where I just am constantly absorbing and learning things about myself according to like what's happening in the natural cycles of things. So yeah, that's my favorite example to give is that like, I no longer pretend to be a morning person, even though today I am for all of you, but I naturally am not, and that's okay. And I don't shame myself for it any longer.
Yeah, we all love that. There was a quote, like, why are you trying to summer? It's winter. Like, you know, like it's not natural.